You think your cat is fine. You grabbed your keys, said a quick goodbye, maybe even felt a little guilty for a second, and then you left. And your cat? Your cat watched you walk out that door. And then the real story began. Most cat owners in America right now believe one thing with total confidence. That cats are independent, that they don't need much, that unlike dogs, you can just leave them and they'll figure it out. Sleep all day, eat when they want, do their thing, no big deal. And honestly, that belief is costing some cats their health, their happiness, and in some cases, their lives. Not because their owners are bad people, but because nobody told them the truth. So before you leave your cat home alone again, even for just a few hours, you need to hear this. Because what I'm about to share is something most vets know, most animal behaviorists know, but somehow never fully reaches the millions of everyday cat owners who are unknowingly making these mistakes every single day. Cats are not emotionless. They are not little furry creatures who simply don't care whether you're home or not. Science has proven that cats form deep emotional attachments to their owners. A study in the journal Current Biology found they display the same attachment styles as human infants do to their parents. When you leave, your cat enters a state of stress, of waiting, of emotional tension that, if it happens every day without the right preparation, slowly builds into something serious. Behavioral problems, anxiety disorders, physical illness. A kind of quiet suffering your cat cannot speak about, but absolutely feels. This is called feline separation anxiety, and most owners who have a cat with it have absolutely no idea, because cats don't cry loudly or tear up furniture. What they do is far more subtle, and far more dangerous because it goes unnoticed for so long. And here is how you know if your cat is already living with it. 1. Your cat waits at the door for hours after you leave. Here's what actually happens inside your home the moment you leave. Your cat, who has been watching your routine, who knows the sound of your keys, who has already started to feel that familiar anxiety rising, walks to the door, sniffs it, listens, and then begins to pace. Some cats will go to your bedroom and lie on your pillow because your scent is there, and that scent is the only comfort they have right now. Some cats will stop eating, not dramatically, just a few bites less every day. Some cats will overgroom themselves, pulling out fur, creating bold patches that owners assume are allergies or skin conditions. Some cats will start urinating outside the litter box, not out of spite, not out of stubbornness, but because anxiety disrupts their entire sense of routine and safety. And some cats will simply sit by that door and wait for hours, completely alone, with nothing to do, no stimulation, no reassurance, and no way to understand why the person they love keeps disappearing. Now multiply that by 5 days a week, for months, for years, and ask yourself, what does that do to a living creature that genuinely loves you? 2. Your cat overgrooms or has unexplained bold patches. If the bold spots keep returning after your vet has cleared every physical cause, your cat is self-soothing through stress. Give them a puzzle feeder and a window perch before you leave, so that anxiety has somewhere healthy to go instead. So here's what you need to do before you leave. Not one thing, a system. A set of specific, intentional actions that take less than 15 minutes, but completely transform your cat's experience of being alone. The first thing is a departure ritual, and it is one of the most powerful tools you have. Right now, when most people leave, they either make a huge emotional goodbye or they simply disappear without a word. Both are wrong. A big emotional goodbye spikes your cat's anxiety because your emotional energy transfers directly to them, and vanishing without acknowledgement keeps your cat in a constant state of alert. What you need instead is a calm, consistent, brief goodbye. Same words, same gentle tone, same sequence every single time. When your cat can predict what your departure looks like, their nervous system can regulate around it instead of spiking against it. 3. Your cat goes crazy the moment you pick up your keys. The moment you pick up your keys, your cat follows you room to room, ears back, already unsettled, and most owners call it drama. What it actually is a fear response that has been quietly conditioned over months. Start picking up your keys at random moments throughout the day without leaving, sit back down, make coffee, watch TV, until your cat's brain stops connecting that sound to the panic of you disappearing, and that anxiety loop finally breaks. The next thing is environmental enrichment. A cat left in a static, boring space for 8 hours will find ways to cope, and those ways are almost never good. Before you leave, activate your cat's environment. A window perch costs almost nothing, but gives your cat hours of mental stimulation watching birds, squirrels, and the moving world outside. Add a puzzle feeder instead of a regular bowl, and you have turned mealtime into a mission. Something that engages your cat's natural hunting instinct and keeps their brain working while you are gone. A working brain is a calm brain. And do not forget to leave a worn t-shirt somewhere your cat loves to rest. Your scent is biochemically calming to them, signaling that you are real, you exist, and you are coming back. 4. Your cat stops eating while you're gone. Now let's talk about what most cat owners are getting wrong every single day. And it has to do with what you do when you come home. You walk through the door, your cat runs to you, and you immediately shower them with attention. It feels loving. But what that pattern is quietly teaching your cat is that your presence is the single most exciting thing in their world, which means your absence becomes the single most unbearable thing. You are unintentionally training your cat to suffer while you are gone by making your returns so intensely wonderful. The fix is not to ignore your cat. The fix is to come home calmly. Put your things down, take off your shoes, do something ordinary for a few minutes, and then greet your cat warmly but without the dramatic intensity. You are teaching them that your coming and going is simply the normal rhythm of life, not an emotional emergency. 5. Your cat becomes clingy or aggressive after you return home. Some cats glue themselves to you the moment you walk in while others hiss or swat. Two opposite behaviors rooted in the exact same stress. One is desperately reconnecting, the other is misfiring from hours of built-up tension. Here is the part most cat content never reaches. The long game. This is not just about today's workday. This is about the 15 to 20-year life of an animal whose entire emotional world is built around you. Chronic stress suppresses your cat's immune system, increases the risk of urinary tract disease, one of the top reasons for emergency vet visits in America, and creates the kind of slow behavioral unraveling that leads heartbroken owners to make impossible decisions. Nobody who surrenders a cat to a shelter wanted that outcome. But the connection between daily departures and long-term damage is a conversation that almost never happens until it is too late. You have the power to change that. Not with expensive solutions or complicated training, just 15 minutes of intention before you walk out the door. Your cat is not furniture. Your cat is a sentient creature who built their entire sense of safety around your presence, and that is not a burden. That is one of the most profound things any living being can offer another. So the next time you grab your keys and your cat is watching you from across the room, stop. Do your calm ritual. Check the window. Leave your scent. Make sure there is something waiting to engage their mind, and walk out knowing you did something most cat owners in America never do. You thought about what happens after the door closes. You made a choice for your cat when your cat had no choice at all. That is what it means to truly love an animal, not just in the moments they are looking at you, but in every single moment they are waiting for you to come back.